Remember when the living room wasn't just a room, it was the heart of the home, a place where evenings meant family, conversations, and comfort, not screens, silence, and scrolling. The carpet was thick, the TV was huge, and every corner told a story. The plastic-covered sofa squeaked when you sat, and somewhere in the room, the smell of tea and newspapers filled the air. Today on Echo Vault's 90s, we're flipping through a photo album of memories, looking back at 10 unforgettable things every 1980s living room had that are now lost to time. Let's take the journey back together. Number 10, the wooden TV cabinet. Before flat screens, there were furniture TV. Big boxy wooden cabinets that doubled as shelves, altars, and even plant stands. Families would gather around for the 9 o'clock news or Sunday cartoons, and no one dared change the channel unless Dad said so. These TV were more than screens. They were shrines. Today, they're mostly found collecting dust in old storage rooms or in memories. Number 9, carpets and layered rugs. Every 80s living room had one, a thick wall-to-wall carpet, and on top of it, a colorful hand-woven rug or dowry. It wasn't just for decoration. It was seating space for guests, kids, and cousins. There was something warm about sitting on the floor, barefoot, with a cup of chai and a plate of biscuits. The patterns were bold, the textures were rich. Today's clean hardwood floors are sleek, but a little cold, don't you think? Number 8, the TV antenna in Rooftop. A rod. Picture this. Fuzzy TV screen, someone on the roof yelling, "Is it clear now?" Another person down below shouting back, "No!" A little more to the left. That rooftop antenna, or as we called it, the OK Eden letter 1 starts the G, brought the world to our screen, one twist at a time. It wasn't perfect, but it brought families together in hilarious ways. Now we have HD streaming, but not that rooftop teamwork. Number 7, the radio or cassette player corner. In one corner of the room sat the music machine, a big radio or cassette player, stacked with tapes labeled a love songs, e-koalas, or a jokes vault. 3 songs echoed softly as parents sipped tea or read the paper. Some evenings it was ghazals. Other times it was old Bollywood hits. Today Spotify is instant, but those crackling tapes, they had soul. Number 6, plastic-covered sofas. You knew it was serious when the sofa came with a plastic wrap. Shiny, crinkly, sticky in summer. Our moms believed in protecting everything, and those clear covers proved it. They might not have been comfy, but they were pristine. Modern couches might be plush, but they don't squeak with pride. Number 5, wall portraits and calligraphy frames. Every living room had a special wall. On it hung a family photo, a framed calligraphy, or both. Names like Allah or Bismillah glowed in gold and thread. Blessings watching over the room. Guests always glanced at that wall quietly. Today's minimal walls might look nice, but they don't feel the same. Number 4, glass cabinets full of showpieces. Somewhere near the corner stood a glass-fronted cabinet. Inside, a mini Taj Mahal, colorful vases, plastic swans, or hand-painted cups. These weren't just decor. They were trophies from travels, gifts from weddings, or childhood souvenirs. We weren't supposed to touch them, but we always did. Today's modern shelves lack that little sparkle of story. Number 3, the newspaper and magazine stack. There was always a pile of reading material in one corner. Daily newspapers, women's digests, comic books for kids, stacked neatly or not so neatly. It was the scroll feed of its time, and it smelled like knowledge. Uncles read the headlines aloud, and kids flipped pages looking for jokes. Now news comes from screens, but the rustle of a real page, gone. Number 2, floral curtains and crochet covers. The curtains were loud. Floral prints in pinks and blues, gently swaying with the breeze. And crochet was everywhere. TV covers, table mats, armrest doilies, all made by hand. Grannies made them with love, not by knot. It wasn't just decoration. It was tradition. Today we buy machine-made fabric. Back then it was stitched with stories. Number 1, hand fans and pull-string wall fans. When the power went out, and it often did, hands went up. Kids rushed to get the panka. Wall fans with long pull strings were pulled with rhythm and hope. Someone fanned grandma, someone fanned themselves, no one complained. There was sweat, yes, but also laughter. Now we have a CS, but they don't carry love on the breeze. And there you have it, the 10 warm, wonderful things that made every 1980s living room more than just 4 walls. They weren't perfect, they weren't fancy, but they were ours. At Echo Vault's 90s, we don't just tell stories, we bring them back to life. If this walk down memory lane made you smile, don't forget to like, comment with your own favorite memory, and subscribe. Because the past isn't gone, it's just waiting to be remembered. Mantelpiece Echo Vaults 90s, where nostalgia lives.